Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Tuesday, the 7th day of November, 2023. Tuesday of the 31st week of the year, the 31st week in Ordinary Time. And it is once again morning drop-off here at the Franciscan School. The sounds of St. Francis School, TFS, being played in the background. It is also Election Day today in various parts of a country. Yes. What is the question? Look at that. And there is one of our wonderful students just saying hello to all of us here as we do this little reflection. So today's reflection for Tuesday of the 31st week in Ordinary Time. And there's some more people's coming in like that. Our reflection for today on this Tuesday of the 31st week of the year. Again, this letter to the Romans continues. Once again, we're going to continue it all this week. Next week, I think I said yesterday, we're finally going to get to the Book of Wisdom. But Romans does to continue. But this passage from the letter to the Romans is not so bad. It's not so bad. It's where basically Paul lays out the kind of characteristics that being a believer in this world should be. And that is like to be patient with each other, to journey with each other, to support each other, to love each other, even when it seems ridiculous and absurd to do so, to never stop trying to be, again, what it is that God asks us to be, what it is that God calls us to be. He's coming to the end of his letter, Paul is, and so again, he's kind of giving these final words of encouragement, these final words of being able to live this life in the way that is going to show the world that our faith has meaning, our faith has purpose, our faith has value. Remember, it is through our example that the world learns how important it is to believe, not necessarily through any kinds of data or doctrine or separations or exclusions or whatever it is. It's how we live, how we treat one another that causes people to take a second glance at us and to see whether or not this faith is worth something to believe in. This faith is worth something that can be relevant and authentic to the way we live our lives. In the gospel today, again, Jesus is still at that dinner with the Pharisee, and he's really becoming quite obnoxious because he is not a great dinner guest to have. And so they're at this table. If you can imagine, it's rather comedic because one of the Pharisees basically tries to engage him in conversation. So you have no idea what the conversation must have been around that table. But the Pharisee basically says, "Blessed are those who die in the kingdom of God." And Jesus then goes on to tell a parable about people being invited to a dinner and not accepting the invitation, and basically that the master or the banquet owner, or the Lord or whatever it is, decides to go out to the highways and byways and gathers anybody he could find, and then basically saying that those who are invited will never taste my banquet, will never taste any of the meal that I'm preparing or anything else like that. Is it a slight to the Pharisees? It is a slight to the man who invited him into his house to basically say, "Come and dine with me and my people and talk to us and have conversation." It's very interesting, but again, there is that kind of message that if we're doing this, to impress people, if we're doing things to impress people, that's not the way, that's going to make any kind of lasting effect on people's lives. And the other thing about it is that, people will probably say no to what it is that we are offering. It doesn't mean that we don't stop offering it. It doesn't mean that we don't stop trying to give it, as best we can. Does it mean that we then scorn those who did not accept the invitation? Well, probably not. But again, those who think that they are entitled to it, those who think that they deserve to be invited, may not always be the ones, who receive that kind of invitation. It is by gift, only by gift, that we become part of this wonderful family of faith. We become part of this wonderful family of hope and of joy and of wonder in this world. We must be ready to receive that gift, to open it up, to embrace it, so let it become part of our lives. So the world may see, again, through our own example of kindness and care for each other, that there is hope to believe in, that there is faith to believe in, that there is purpose in this world. A blessed day, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.